Hi, this is Ajuntha, and welcome to my home, and welcome to this video where I will show you simple steps to make turmeric juice. So, what is turmeric juice? Well, turmeric juice is the extraction of the juice by blending with water from the tuber called turmeric. Now, turmeric is a ginger, and it's one of the many gingers that graces this earth, and every ginger plant is medicinal. But the turmeric, because of its orange color, and this is the inside of a tuber that I just cut up, is a very powerful antioxidant besides being highly medicinal. And this antioxidant that has a lot of beta carotene in it helps to boost the immune system, protect the immune system, protect you from bacterial infections, from viral infections, especially now. So you might want to pick up some of these tips to see how you can have this wonderful juice in the morning and one before you go to bed at night. So let's look at turmeric right now. So the tuber is comes in many different shapes and sizes, I must say, but they grow big. So when you are picking your tuber, pick them extra large. So this is called like the mother size, because attached to the mother would be the little babies over here. You don't want to use this. You might want to use the main tuber. The little babies are a lot lighter in color, and you can see why, because they're not so developed, right? So you can see how they are orange, but not as orange as mom. Can you see that? So that's why, ladies, the older you are, the wiser you are. Anyway, let's get down to it. So what goes into the turmeric that makes it so powerful? Its component, or the plant medicine and chemical in there, is called curcumin, one of it. But curcumin has got all the characteristics that helps to bring down the inflammation in your gut, your intestines, makes your blood more alkaline and not acidic. And of course, it protects your body from the attack from all the bacteria, the bad bacteria and viruses. So that's curcumin. So that's why it is so very popular. And a lot of studies are going on right now in the scientific world to see what else they can use turmeric for to protect human beings from disease. If you can't find the tuber, which you can buy in supermarkets, and of course you get them in the wet markets and some wet markets, not all of them, but you can definitely buy them at our local supermarkets, because people use turmeric for food, right? For making curries, for making nonya food. So, and also in Indonesian cooking, in Malay cuisines, turmeric is very popular. If you can't find them and you would rather use the powder, you can use the powder, but this powder isn't the curry masala powder, by the way, although it's used in curry masala powder. This is organic turmeric, and you can buy organic turmeric in many of the health shops. Yeah, so this is a brand that I got from my local health shop, and it's a very, very good aid to have in the home when you can buy your own turmeric. So what's the difference? Which is better? I say they're both equally good, except the fresh turmeric tubers will be a much more pleasant drink, and it's got a lot of enzymes in it, and it's a lighter drink. All right, whereas the powdered version is much more concentrated, and it's been dried and boiled. The tubers were boiled first, and then they were dried in the sun and put into a machine to pulverize them and make them into a powder. So of course the enzymes are not there, the freshness isn't there, but the plant medicine is. So curcumin is definitely in there, plus all the minerals and the antioxidants as well. So let's see what else you would need in the drink to make it a very good drink. So I would add in some tamarind, and this is tamarind juice. And I would also recommend that you use some lime and lemon or one of the two, and even orange juice. So you've got to be creative. You don't have to keep to a recipe. The main thing is to make the juice, and to make the juice well. And if you make the juice well and store it in the fridge, it can last you up to 5 days. All right, so I will come back in another video to show you how to make the turmeric juice in a blender. See you then. Hello, this is Ajuntha. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make the turmeric juice from 150 grams of turmeric, fresh turmeric tuber. I bought this in the market recently, and as you can see, they are very big tubers, and I also have some very, well, less huge tubers, and this is about medium size. But you know, we get what we get, and even if you can't buy the large tubers, you can buy these tubers at the supermarket, about these sizes, or slightly bigger, so that will do. I've washed the tubers, so now I'm going to just chop them up into bite-sized pieces to be blended. There's no need to remove the skin, and just scrub them up, take away all the soil and whatever else, and it looks like this. So I'm going to put it on the weighing scale, about 150 grams. Let's see if that's 150 grams, just a little bit more, so I think we'll take one of these, and that will make it 150 grams. Yes. Yeah, just a little bit more. So let me show you, this is about 150 grams. So let's get blending. This is my blender over here. So I'm going to put them all in here. And I'm also going to add a tablespoon of spice, clove spice, a tablespoon, and these are the seeds, a tablespoon of black peppercorns, and also a tablespoon of powdered cinnamon. This cinnamon is the cinnamon that comes from Ceylon. So this is real cinnamon and not the cassia. So all that goes in there. It's a good idea to blend the spices together with the turmeric so that it will combine very nicely. Now what we need is about 200 ml of water, 300 ml of water for 150 grams. 300 ml of water, cover it up tightly, and we will blend this for 3 minutes. But on this video, I'm going to just give you an example of blending for 3 minutes. Let's assume 1 minute has elapsed. Now we'll just take a little break so that you won't heat up your blender, and we'll do another blender. Rest again, and another blender. If you have a very high-powered blender, of course, you can blend it very easily in 1 minute, 2 minutes without stopping. So let's see what we've got here. So we've got a whole lot of fresh turmeric juice, but it has to be sieved. So that was the turmeric. So we broke it up, and now it's in the blender, and it's a really fluffy and creamy juice. So what we need to do right now is to sieve the juice. So I've got a sieve here, just an ordinary sieve will do. Pour the juice through. Of course, when you do it really well for 3 minutes, it will be a really amazing juice. Yeah, so stir it up a little bit, shake it up. If you have a spoon, just move the spoon through that, squeeze it all out. And you know what, I can smell it. It smells really spicy and wonderful. So let's smell it. It really smells good. So now the thing to do is to store it. I've got a jar here about this size. This is about a liter, and it's got a tight lid on it. So this is the best way to store your turmeric. So let's pour it all in, and this will last for at least 4 to 5 days if it's kept very tightly and stored in the refrigerator. Hello, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how we make the drink. In an earlier video, I showed you how we extracted the juice from the turmeric and stored it in a glass jar like this with a tight lid. And this helps it to last for at least 5 days, if not more, in the fridge. So every morning, before you have your breakfast, or any time of day, but morning is always the best time to take a tonic like this. What you need to do is to use the concentrate and pour in from 20 to about 30 ml of the concentrated juice. Put the lid back, and now we have some turmeric juice in this glass. This glass is about a 250 ml glass. What we are going to do right now, we are going to create a drink. My recipe today is going to use tamarind juice. So I've made some tamarind. So this is tamarind. This is what tamarind looks like. This is the seeds and the pulp from the tamarind fruit. As you can see, and you can buy this in markets or supermarkets. So take a little bit of this pulp, put it in water, and just make the juice, sieving it. So this is what I've got over here now. Pour some of this tamarind juice into the glass, not much, enough to be just great for you. The next thing we're going to do is to sweeten this drink. I personally like to drink it without any sweetener, but if you like it a little sweet, you could perhaps add some honey. So maybe about a teaspoonful of honey will do. And the other alternative is to use palm sugar. Stir it around for a little bit to melt everything together. And perhaps you can add some enhancers like some lime juice or lemon juice. I like adding some lime because it adds a very beautiful fragrance to it. So you can add some lime juice over here if you like. Now we've got this drink that is a little bit very much concentrated. The next step is to pour some water, any amount of water. In fact, it's up to you, up to your tolerance of the taste of the turmeric. And here you have your turmeric juice. Now let me introduce you to all the enhancers if you'd like to use it. You don't have to follow one specific recipe. A lot of times I have my juice straight up. When I pour it from this jar, I do not use any other enhancers except water. Perhaps some apple cider vinegar, which was one of my favorites, and I would put in like a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar into this. Or I will add half a lemon juice, then of course it's the lime, or as we have in this drink, we've got the tamarind juice. So this is to your health, And this is really a very healthy tonic to have in the mornings and perhaps one more time before you go to bed. It is refreshing.